Hi, and welcome to Little Bits Honeybees YouTube channel. I'm the Skinny Bee Man. This is the intermediate series, week 15. The split, as everybody knows, didn't turn out the best in the world. Had a putz queen to start out with. So last week we kind of changed things up and showed you getting boxes ready for breeder queens. This box here is a breeder queen box. This is a breeder queen box. This is a breeder queen box. And they're all AI queens, artificially inseminated. You got to do just a little bit different. For one reason, you pay a lot more money for it. But an AI queen doesn't know that she is bred, so she'll try to fly out. And she's got a clipped wing. She can't fly. She'll fall out there on the ground and something will pick her up and she'll die. So you got to put a queen extruder on the front of all AI queens until they've laid a couple frames of brood up and get them going. And it's kind of deal on that. Right here we got a buck fast in this one. This one's laying already. I put them in there Friday about noon. This is a buck fast. She's not laying yet. This one here is a Caucasian. This one here is a Saskatraz, and this is a SMR VHS Italian in this one here. But we may follow them along a little bit and see how they build up. We give them a lot of bees, but most of the bees actually left them, but they've got 3 frames of brood to hatch. It's ready to hatch, so they'll do just fine. A couple things, if you guys are intermediate, you're running more than 1 or 2 hives, and something you got to kind of think about. 2 weeks ago, I had these pollen traps out, or feeders out, all spring. They hit them early in the spring. They haven't touched them till 2 weeks ago. I've got 5 of them out in the yard. Bees get pollen stressed. You have a lot of winter losses, maybe just due to the lack of pollen in the summertime. Everybody thinks feed. Well, that is part of their feed. You try to live on pop for 6 months and see what your health does. We'll walk up here. I've got my feeding station. When you open feed, you got to keep it away from your bee yard. It's way up around the other side of the house. We got 2 5-gallon bucket feeders. In fact, I think that one there's about empty. But I'm keeping that away from the bee yard so that they don't start a robbing frenzy. And again, you can see the pollen feeders here. Bees are working it over real hard. And the reason you can't open feed right in your yard is when a bee comes in, they find the feeders, they only do about, if it's real close in the yard, they only do like half a waggle dance. They give a general direction and they tell the other bees it's close. Well, then the other bees go searching close in the yard, and then they start robbing in the other hives. If you get it away where they got to make some turns and it's a distance away, they got to do a full waggle dance and they won't bother to rob in the hives. we go down here. We did manage out that one, the first original split. We got the mother hive. She's in 116 right here. I did sell a queen out of her about 3 weeks ago. She's back, got another queen. She's the box is filling up fairly nice. And then we got original down here. The other split off of that is in this box. They was looking decent the last time we was in it. I haven't been in it since, so we're gonna go down here and open them up and see what we look like. In this 41D is where we put the original, one of the original splits. Camera adjust a little bit. We'll go in here and see what we got. Now this time of year, the one frame splits are over. You got too many things against you. One, you got the heat and the humidity. The queens are not coming back. I went from about 75–80% return on queens to 55–60% return on queens. You get that factor in there. Plus you've got the hive beetles, the wax moth, and what I think's worse than all that is robin. You get that robin started and it can decimate a yard if you can't keep it under control. It's something hard to control. I know everybody likes honey-budded Italian bees, but they're weak flyers, and when they get into dearth, they get lazy, and they go to robin. They're one of the worst about robin they are. But we'll get in here and look, see where she was starting to build here last time we was in it. We'll see what we got. You can actually, in the summertime when there's a dearth on like this, you got to be careful about opening weak hives, because you can actually start a robin frenzy and they'll come in and rob them out. Try not to have them open very long. So you got bees nosing around already. It can cause a problem. We're going to run through this fairly fast because, like I say, I don't want to have it open very long. They're covering 2 good frames of bees, 2 good bees. Nice. She got some brood ready to hatch. She got that all laid up. She's doing her job. Queen cup in there, not a cell. Some hives just run a lot of queen cups. Here's our queen. I forget what kind of queen we ended up in here with. Right here's our queen. She's doing her job. We'll probably get a split off of these before fall. In the summer splits, You're going to have to do about 3 frames of bees. Give them a good start. And because they ain't got a whole lot of time to get built up, so they got to be stronger splits. And if you got, you about got to put August splits, 3 frames of bees, and then put drawed comb to them so they don't have to draw unless you can go to laying immediately. If you don't have any drawed comb, go into some of your strong hives right now and pull some frames of honey that's got worker cell, or honey frames that's worker cells that's got stored. Pick it up and put it in a robin box away, like in the feeder yard up there, and let them rub it out. Don't let them have it a couple, 3 hours, because they'll start tearing the wax down. And then store that, and you'll have that for your August splits. They have plenty of drawed comb. Out of our little 5-frame medium boxes, we got 3 splits running out of that. We got the original that's up there on another stand. Then we got this one here. We'll just go in there and see what they look like. If I remember right, the last time we was in this, we give them a box. See how well they drawed that out. Work on it. Got everything strapped down. There was a storm coming through last night. It's been dry. We needed the rain. Got a lot of storm, just a little rain. We got about a ½ inch. Well, let's go in here to these girls and see what they look like. You may want to rearrange some frames so they draw them out a little better. They get stuck on what they're drawing out and they don't want to move over sometimes. That's just a frame of capped honey. Nothing to get excited about there. Yeah, this one here's got some cap brood on it. Open brood. This frame, they'll be ready for another box pull on. There's a full frame of cap brood. Full frame of cap brood on that side. I'm back here working in the shade. I can't see nothing. It appears that they're going to load honey in that one. We're going to kind of space them out. We're going to make them maybe put some brood in that box. I'm standing right in the doorway. As you can see, this split is done relatively well. Summertime, it's even hard to get a hive to accept queens. And it doesn't make any sense. They're hopelessly queenless, but yet they want to kill a mated queen you give them. Frame a brood. Got a whole backlog up here behind me wanting in this box. They may get aggravated and start stinging. That's all open brood. All cap brood. Got a little bit of open brood in the middle of it. Got that frame drawed out. Got some open cap brood on it. I'm going to take this frame they're not doing much with. Put it in between these two brood frames. Get them to start working a little bit. They'd be happy for me to get out of their door. And the other split we got going, how that medium frame is right here, or medium package we put in. I'm over here. I don't know what box I'm in. Appears to have a fair amount of bees in it. This is probably a honey frame. Which it is. Full frame of cap brood, all the hoses laid up with eggs and larvae. Doing her job. Frame of honey. Probably one of the chickens was dead. There, see my queen down there. Big old nice queen. We're probably going to have to put another box on this hive. Next time we're in it. Queen goes. Comb's a little tight there. I didn't make sure we didn't match the queen. We're not going down the bottom box. We're doing fine. Like I say, next time we're probably going to have to add another box to this hive. Again, guys, I apologize for not just making splits after splits after splits, but sometimes in the bee business, that's just the way it goes. You can do all the groundwork and do everything right, and it doesn't always turn out the way you want it to. I appreciate you guys sticking with me and watching, and hopefully you've learned something on this series, even if it's not been the best. And click on the subscribe button and the bell next to it, get notified, and we'll catch you next week.